today I'll be going over a few easy commands that you can do for beginners with commands or command blocks. So our first little thing here, we're going to be using any kind of block we want, and we're going to have it so whenever I step over it, it can give me an effect. So I have it set so that it gives me speed right now. I could change it to jump boost or strength, whatever we want. So the way this is going to work is we're going to execute as everybody, at everybody, and if the block below them, okay, that's the tilde -1 will mean the block below us, and then we just choose the name of the block, so I just have it set to the black glazed terracotta, and then whenever we do an execute command, we want to run another command, so we run our effect, and we're going to give ourselves, the user, Minecraft speed for 5 seconds with the power of 11 with no particles. Right, and I'll copy paste these all and put them in the description for you guys, so you can just copy paste them into your world if you want. If you don't know how to get a command block, we're just going to give @s command block 1, and that'll give us this to make it purple. When we put it down, we just click on this, goes to chain, and we want to put it repeat, and that'll make it purple. And we leave it to needs redstone and unconditional, and we can just add a lever, and that's how we'll get our purple command block looking like that. And so when the lever is off, it's not going to work, so we can toggle it on and off, right? If we wanted to change the effect, we could maybe add like jump boost for 5 seconds, 3 true. And then next time I flick this, it's going to give me jump boost, and I can jump high. Yeah, it might be a little cool thing you could add to a map you're building, or a little cool thing for your house. You could add so it gives you levitation, so it's almost like an elevator. And then you can just work on the timing of it to know how high it should put you up for how long. Obviously, that's pretty high for an elevator. All right, a next cool thing is we have a way to right-click detect. I wouldn't use a fishing rod normally. I'll show you guys another one that we can do that isn't a fishing rod. But the way I have it set up here is whenever I right-click with my mouse, it'll summon lightning about 5 blocks in the direction I'm looking at. Okay, so it's pretty cool. I can stand around here and right-click. You'll see on the right over here, we have little scoreboard numbers popping up for a second. Okay, so same thing there. We got to get that purple command block. And then we're just going to be executing, okay, as everybody, at everybody, if our score, okay, and this is our scoreboard name. And so in order for us to do that, we have to do /scoreboard, objectives, add. I made this one called fishrod. And then what I did was minecraft.used :minecraft.fishing rod. Right, and so I just did that to make the objective, and that created the objective. And then if I wanted to see it, I would set display sidebar fishrod, and then that makes it so that it appears up there whenever I have an objective. Right, it's already set to do that, and we can toggle that off and on if we want. And so once we go to fishrod, right, and whenever it is greater than or equal to, now this is a player, okay, or an entity, if you will, a custom entity we created called #1. I'll show you why we do it in a second. So if it's greater than or equal to, we'll just say 1 for this. Then we'll summon a lightning bolt with these little caret symbols. This means where we're looking. So it's 5 blocks where we're looking outwards in front of us. Okay. And so in order to get that little hashtag thing, we do scoreboard players, add, and we do #1 fishrod, and we'll set the score to be 1. And that way what it does is it's comparing two entities to each other, because it doesn't like to compare just a number. It has to be an entity. And so we're comparing our score, so that's at S fishrod, is greater than or equal to the one score that we customized of the same scoreboard fishrod. And then we're going to summon the lightning bolt 5 blocks in front of us. And we can change that to like 8, right? And you'll see that's a little farther out there. The distance is totally customizable. I don't really recommend changing the other two, as it's, I mean, you could, it would just be like to the right or to the left if you change the first one. If you change like this one, it would change the left or right value. Yeah, it's over to the left instead of straight where we want it. And then the second one here is just resetting our score. Because if we don't do this, if this is like something else, and okay, so it's very important that we have our chain command block. So in order to get a chain one, all we got to do is click this one once, so it goes to chain. We want to make this conditional, and then it's always active. Okay. What the conditional means is that whenever this command executes correctly, then this one will do it. If it's not there, it's kind of always resetting it, which it doesn't need to. It's not really doing anything. It's just a way to optimize the speed of it, so it's not stressing your CPU. But it's on such a minor scale, it wouldn't really do much right now. But if you had a bigger project, you just want to optimize it a little bit more. And then always active would just mean we don't need to have a redstone output, so we don't need to have like over here powering this on. We can just, it's always ready to go, right? Whenever the main one's going. Okay. And then another cool one we can do is we can do /scoreboard objectives add. We'll call this one our carrot, and then we'll do our minecraft.used : Minecraft. Got a carrot on a stick. Okay. So we made that. Scoreboard objectives set display sidebar carrot. Okay, so now whenever we use, whenever we right click with this, you'll see our carrot number goes up. Okay, that's the same thing that's happened with the fishing rod when we have this one turned on, except we're resetting it. So every time I right click, it goes up. And if I do scoreboard, players, you know, reset everyone, carrot, and we set this to repeat, it's going to be repeating my score. So if it's on, it's always resetting it, but you see it appears there for a second, so it registers the right click. Now you don't have to display it if you don't want people to see that like for a little second. So like whenever I'm making my servers and I want to right click something, I'm not having that set display. That's just there so we can like see it's recognizing that we're right clicking. Okay. And so if we get ourselves a command block and we do pretty much the same thing here, right? If we just copy paste that, and then, except we're not looking at the fishrod score. We want to look at our carrot score. And then let's change this to be our carrot. Actually, we can keep this fishrod because we know that that score is already 1. And I can just compare that score to the 1. So that's fine. And instead of summoning a lightning bolt, we could summon a TNT, right? And then we'll go out our 5 blocks. It needs redstone, and then we will... another thing to notice about the command blocks, so just so we know, like, we can't just place this here, and this is not going to work the same as it would this one. The reason why is we have these little arrows where they're kind of like pointing at each other. Wherever it's pointing is the next block it's going into. So this one's going into this orange one up top, and it's not going in here. Well, this one, I place it on its side, so it's going into the next block on the side. So it's following that arrow path. Okay, so we'll put our next one up here, and we'll just do scoreboard players, reset everybody, caret. And then we'll set our things. So it's all good to go. And then turn it on, we right click, summons our TNT. It's instantly glowing. And we can change the range, right, if we want a little farther. This would be a little cool thing. You can just blow stuff up instantaneously. That is really satisfying. Again, I'll put all the commands in the description so you guys don't have to worry about the syntax. But you guys can understand what this is doing, right? Because we're just going to be executing our command as everybody. And we can change it to be our username if we want, or a specific player, or if we wanted to like create a tag it's like, you know, for cool people, right? So only the cool people can have that. We can do that as well, but we'll just keep it to everyone. That is very, very satisfying. And we can also add like more than one action to it. So if I like remove this and then I just copy pasted this, and then if we just went, you know, whoops, 15 blocks, and then we reset it, scoreboard players, reset everybody, caret. I don't know if that's demonstrating it good. So you see how we're having two commands? Let me space it out a bit more. So it's doing the explosion twice. Let's make this like 25. See how we have the one explosion there and then the second one out there? So we can have multiple actions before we reset it. And we can have some really cool features like that. But I think that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new or got something cool or cool ideas out of this. This is more of just commands for beginners. With that, see you guys later.